You are listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
Hi, I am recording artist Marilyn Dunn from St. Louis, Missouri. If you are looking for some soul-stirring, anointed, spiritual, and heartfelt music, visit my website at www.marilynnDunnMinistries.com. Or you can also find me on CD Baby, iTunes, and Reverb Nation. For booking information, contact Mr. Kevin Dunn at 636-856-0551. That's 636-856-0551.
I am Sonny Giovanni, the author of The Son of Zeus, and I'm rocking with Jerry Royce Live Worldwide.
You are listening to PositivePower21.org with Jerry Royce.
What up? It's your boy Kano Kingston.
Hi, this is Angel Sessions.
Hey, this is Pat. Hi, I'm Teresa Powell.
Hi, Jerry. This is Ira Sandro Carter.
Hi, this is Phil Powers.
Hello, this is Teresa Bobby with Jerry Royce Live.
Hi, I'm Philip Barron. I'm live on the Jerry Royce Show.
Hey, what it do? It's your boy Houston Saint.
Peace, this is Dahlia, the poet, spoken word artist.
Hello, this is Lamar Marquis with Jerry Royce Live.
All right, everyone. You got Robin Lynn, and I'm keeping it live right now on Jerry Royce Live.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's up? This is a award-winning podcast with the greatest podcast on earth. Thank you for stopping by. I'm your host, Jerry Royce Live Worldwide on Internet Radio, where you get your positive on. So when it's all positive, it's all power. That's positive power. This is a worldwide podcast for growth, wealth, and success. Thank you.
Think you know how drugs get in those little brown bottles? Think again. Set in the green hills of western New Jersey, inside the gilded halls of power of a U.S. pharmaceutical company where decisions are worth billions of dollars and human lives worth less. Nicholas Harding, a young executive at Marshall Pharmaceutical, finds his career, family, and life in jeopardy. The Farmhouse, a suspense thriller novel by Bill Powers, published by Donna Inc. Publications, available at Amazon.com or DonnaInc.org. Go to Bill's webpage at www.authorBillPowers.com.
Are you looking for the next great read? A book filled with love, passion, betrayal, and intrigue. The award-winning novel, Season of Change, by Tamika Patrice Kane, is sure to satisfy your literary sweet tooth. Check out this must-read book reviewers are calling uplifting and emotional, and exceptionally great read, deeply intense and thought-provoking. Order your copy today, available in paperback and ebook on Amazon.com or at www.tamikapatrice.com.
Are you an author looking for promotional services or a reader looking for a great read at low prices? In this competitive world of books, Writing Royalty Promotions is dedicated to bringing authors and readers together to build a greater respect for literature through our various promotional services and online bookstore. So head over to WritingRoyaltyPromotions.com and check us out.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and welcome to PositivePower21.org. I am Jerry Royce Live, and you're listening to episode 331. That's right, and tonight on the show, we got Sonny Giovanni. That's right, she dropped a couple of books. She's going to talk about just maybe one of them, but we're here to talk to her. We're so excited to have her on the show. But right now, let's hear a word from our sponsor, James Deshay, the Romance Man.
Are you looking for a great book of poetry that is romantic, heartfelt, and full of male emotion? Then get Thoughts, Love, and Reflections by James K. Deshay. That's Deshay. Go to www.jamesdeshay.com. You will enjoy Thoughts, Love, and Reflections.
All right, that's our sponsor, James Deshay, and we appreciate him. All right, you guys looking to promote your book? Come on out to positivepower21.org. Join us. Put your cover display out there so the world can see you, and sell some digital downloads. All right, we ready to bring Nikki out, but before we bring her out, let's hear her bio. This presentation from Jerry Royce Live. Tonight on Jerry Royce Live Worldwide, we got Sonny Giovanni in Southern Dallas, Texas. Sonny Giovanni, or Gio as she likes to be called, was born on the 5th day of June in 1989. Born to a mother who was a teacher and a graduate from Texas A&M University, who couldn't so much as watch a Disney movie if you hadn't read the book beforehand. Gio has had a very strong history with literature, diversifying from poetry, winning contests, thriller short stories as a way to vent her frustration. The pen was handed down to her from an older sibling as a means to focus her negative energy and anger into something different, but was used as a way to alter her own situation. That's right. Gio is a mother of 3 children, the fan of Lucid Legends Publishing, photography, No Joke Entertainment, the host of We Talk Too Much on Blog Talk Radio and blogs on Tumblr under the name of No Joke Go. Gio, she is a friend to many and prides herself for making a smile out of an extremely horrible day. It doesn't matter if you're having a bad day, a smile can make everything else seem so small. Crack a joke when someone is hurt and see how fast they cheer up. Even at a random moment, it makes no sense to see how fast they forget about everything else and wonder what's wrong with you, but end up smiling in the process. It works every time. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Giovanni, Sonny Giovanni, to positivepower21.org with Jerry Royce Live Worldwide. Enjoy this presentation. All right, Sonny Giovanni's on the show, everybody. How you doing tonight, Sonny?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, awesome. I'm doing awesome. All right, you ready for your first question?
I'm ready.
First question. All right. First question is, who is Sonny Giovanni?
Sonny Giovanni actually is an alter ego. I was the shy and timid kid in school. I was a lover, not a fighter. And I was actually afraid to go on stage for oratorical contests. I didn't want to really read my own poetry out loud. And this one day it changed. I wore contact lenses for the first time and changed up my hair, and it was almost like a different person I saw in the mirror, and it kind of gave me confidence. And it's just a weird way I got my name, and I wore that alter ego like some sort of shield. And it's why it's my pen name, actually, because I still get a little nervous on release days when people go to read my stuff. And I slide back into old habits, and I pull out Sonny Giovanni, the woman with the confidence and the pride, and she just doesn't care if you say you don't like it. It's there. It's in your face.
Yeah. So the real you, basically just quiet, reserved, the penman, sit down and write, that's the writer.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, just like Beyonce got the Sasha Fierce thing going on,
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. It's just like the, Superman, Clark Kent, Batman,
Right.
Yeah, Bruce Wayne. Kind of playboy reserve, but then Batman, he's the detective, the mind guy. He can figure things out. Sometimes you gotta do. And why do you think that happened? Was it growing up, the neighborhood was rough, or a lot of smart kids? What was up?
I grew up in a predominantly urban neighborhood. Our section of South Dallas was very bad, and my mom was the more reserved type. She didn't raise me like other kids were raised. I guess I could say I wasn't one of the crowd. I wasn't like everybody else with the, the FUBU and, I wasn't really into hip hop. My mom was totally different. So I was this outcast and I never really fit in. So how else could one fit in besides just to create a way to fit in? And I guess with that alter ego, it was like, I don't care. I'm just going to be me. I'm here. I'm loud. I say what's on my mind. I'm going to do me, and you do you.
Yeah, it's rough out there. Now, growing up in southern Dallas, we up north, even though a lot of northerners consider Maryland to be south because we're so close to Virginia, but we still kind of say we more north, close, Pittsburgh and those areas like that. We we have a lot of friends and family. A lot of people went to Dallas. It looks like the economy had picked up there. I think somebody struck oil. Ooh, who's that? Is somebody breaking into my call?
It sounds like it.
Hold on. I must have forgot to put people on mute. That's right. There we go. Okay. All right. That's what happened. Let me do that real quick. Hold tight. All right. So anybody come in. All right. Let's go back to my question. Now, the economy kind of picked up in Dallas. All the jobs are there now. People moving there, buying homes and everything. Did you see a difference where you from? Were they able to take advantage of the boosting economy?
Actually, they did. I went to a family member's barbecue, and I left South Dallas when I was 17, and I went off to college. And I came back, I think I was about 22 when I came back. It was 3 years ago, and it was so different. I got lost. And I knew I shouldn't have been lost because those are my stomping grounds. Like, I know every inch and nook and cranny of South Dallas. It's impossible. They changed street signs. It was a lot of condominiums built. They moved schools. It was, what do you call those? More lofts? It was a loft built on a really bad street. They even changed one infamous street, Bear Street. They changed it. And I just ended up like, where am I? Like, it's not supposed to be a loft right here. Can somebody pull up a GPS because I don't know where I'm going?
Wow. So somebody went in with a whole lot of money.
Right.
Built it up. Wow. And it's happening to a lot of areas that were, I guess you could say they were depressed neighborhoods. I mean, even in Baltimore, a lot of the areas built around the colleges, they're turning homes into what they call townhomes. They were called row houses. Now they're called townhomes, your country townhomes. Same thing in D.C. I remember the same thing with D.C. Made a right turn. That used to be the hood. You could find the strip clubs and little peep movies, all those places. Turn that down and you see like top of the line McDonald's and restaurants to take up the whole block, cobblestone roads. It's like they really did their thing. But that's good. So growing up, seeing all that happen, you can't really just go back and say, oh, let me see where I come from to remind myself, what it was like. Now, penning your books. Are you penning your books from what you know from the neighborhood, or you have a very good imagination? What's the deal there?
It's a combination of it all. I remember a lot of things that happened when I grew up, and my mom actually has a binder with a lot of newspaper clippings in it from incidents that happened in South Dallas. It's that, as well as taken from a lot of my colleagues, their situations, some of the things that they seen when they grew up, and just something I spin up in my head. It may be unbelievable to some people, but for a fact, if you're from the hood, it's a high probability that something like that didn't happen.
Yeah. So what are you finding yourself writing about more now? Your manager didn't mention that you're writing as a poet. So you're writing what, on the fiction genre?
I do. When I came in, when I first started to independently publish, I was writing urban fiction. But I'm one of those type of authors. We can't be still. Like, we can't stay in a specific genre. We're all over the place. At the current time, I'm doing thriller and African
You doing
American
thriller?
romance.
Wow. And I was just talking about that the other day to a gentleman. Okay, so how's that going? I mean, which one? Well, first we're going to say which one is making the most loot and which one do you enjoy the most?
Let's see. Which one makes the most money? I say urban would make the most. Urban and drama, it's like they're neck and neck. Because I can drop a book right now in either category and it'll just fly. Like, I mean, I have, 389 likes on my author page. And when I look on, my KDP account and I see how many books I sold, it's sometimes more than that. I'm like, where did you people come from? How do you even know about me? But everything else, I really haven't tried my hand in everything else. I tried short story. That took a while, I guess, to really get off the ground, as well as paranormal. I have done gay and lesbian short story, which was okay, but it really didn't take off like the urban and drama.
Right. Now, let's talk about your audience then. That was really interesting what you just said. Your audience. So did you build your audience first because you started out in urban literature?
I believe so. When it comes to professionally publishing, I build my audience mainly from when I used to write fan fiction on Tumblr. And that was just from, young love, urban.
So basically your audience was built from that. So that means if you drop something they're not familiar with, then you may have some, just like, people say they're Prince fans, no matter what if Prince come out with a rap album, they're going to buy it. But the ones that, that was the bandwagon fans are like, I don't want Prince singing me no rap. I want to hear rock. So is that, do you think that's what happened? They were like, okay, she going there? No, they're not your hardcore fans. They didn't support you.
I think it's different strokes for different folks, it's the same now as how it was when I was writing fan fiction for Tumblr. So if, I wrote a Chris Brown fan fiction and they were Chris Brown fans, they would jump on it, they would read it. Just like now if I drop an urban book and that's what you like, then, you go and buy it.
That's right. So which one is paying the bills? That's the question.
Which one is paying the bills? Oh, that's a hard question. I would have to go with the drama for me right now. Yeah. The drama genre is really paying off.
Now, do you have a lot of time when it comes to marketing and promotion to really experiment with the other genres? I mean, of course, let's say again. Well, let me ask you the other question again. Which one do you enjoy writing the most? If you had your choice.
I really, really, really enjoy the drama.
You do. When you say the drama, you're talking about what? Basically the streets, the relationships, what comes with that?
It's all around. You can pick from either or. I love the good villain in the book, that character you cannot stand. I think that's the main reason I'm sticking with that specific genre, because I love the villains. I love the twists and the turns. I love the heartache in the book. I love those spontaneous happy moments. I think I gotta stick with drama.
Now, did you mention that you like mystery? You say you write mystery thrillers also?
No, I just do thriller. I am getting ready to release my very first thriller. And I am in love with that book.
Oh, so it's your first thriller, your first one.
Yeah, professionally published. Yeah.
So how you think it's going to do?
I think it's going to do well. I spawned that book from a young urban other book, and that book did really well. It just has some of the main characters in this specific book.
Right. Good. Now, you sound successful. What would you give? Where would you put the credit? The management, the publishing company, you, the time you spend with your fans.
Credit for my success. I I would have to share that with myself and my readers because I am my own worst enemy. Sometimes what my test readers might like, I might not, and I have to go back and I have to step it up a notch. I can't settle. And whatever I put out, if it's not for the readers, then I wouldn't constantly hit number one or I wouldn't be able to pay the bills. So it's half and half with that one.
That's right. All right. Now, in your bio, you mentioned that, you were penning a lot, mostly because you were angry. And I think you said a sibling kind of turned you on to writing. You said you had to focus your negative energy, anger. What were you angry about? What was going on? Were you young? Were you really young at that point?
I have no idea what I was angry about. I guess I was one of those kids that just had a chip on their shoulder. And my mama tried taking me to a child psychologist, and I wouldn't open up. And my older sister, she's older than me by 8 years, and she was on babysitting duty. And in order to keep me calm and keep me focused, she's just like, you know how I write in my journals all the time? Okay, good, because that's what you're going to do. You know how to read? You know how to write? I want you to write me a poem. Write me how you feel. And I kind of got it, addicted to it. And on Saturday nights, my sister and I, we would share our poetry, and we would kind of get to the root of things or how I was feeling, all because I wrote my poetry.
Man, that was deep. So she helped you a lot. So what came out of it?
It came out of my mama putting me in oratorical contests. She was cleaning our room, and she found my composition notebook, and she said, you know what, you're not going to sit here with this talent, and I want people to hear how big your voice is. You're so shy and timid. You don't ever want to say anything. Congratulations, because now you are. This has to be said on stage.
Wow. So it started right there. How old were you then?
I was 7.
7? Wow. I was going to guess around 12. That's when, young girls tend to kind of come out, as, you don't know what's wrong. The braces too tight or what? What is the deal? I know you guys are changing. Your body's going through a lot of changes, and, it's like you just don't know. You're just all over the place. All right.
Right.
Okay. All right. Now, also, we didn't get a chance to read deep into your bio, but you mentioned in there that you also host a blog talk radio show and podcaster. How's that going for you?
Oh goodness, it's well. I haven't done it in a while, but I promise this side of Sonny Giovanni that's doing this interview right now. You hear me talking to you, and you will probably say, oh, she's such a sweetheart. But if you listen to my show, that is a completely different something that I have to warn you to kind of relax before you listen to that show, because it's a lot of swears. It's some of everything from celebrities to politics. I hold no prisoners on that. I get an average of between 25 and 3,000 callers in a night.
Wow, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Thank you.
Yeah, because that's where people want to go sometime. Yeah. That's good. That's your cup of tea. So you was built for that. See, I'm not built to be taking a whole bunch of calls. We'd be on the phone all night because I'm gonna entertain everybody's conversation. That's my problem. Gotta let it go. So just give me one person at a time. That's why I don't take callers, because we be on there having time. So, oh my God, I got another show coming on.
I see them, after the show, but I don't really take them all. I take probably about 5 live if you have questions or whatever, but after, and they show you the statistics of how many people called in, it always wows me.
Yeah, I don't feel bad I left everybody on the phone like that. It was just like that when we got started here. Everybody was filling up the queue, and I was like, once they find out I don't take callers, people don't call in no more. They just wait till they go live, So I said, that's what it is, But that's good. That is good. So it sounds like, something you meant to do. All right. And then there's a lot of podcasters out there now. People have their choices of how they want to be entertained. And I think that's a good thing. It's not just, we just don't have to sit around and wait for mainstream to decide what they want to give us. We can look for what we want. That's good. All right, and we'd like to see you get back into that. That'd be cool. All right. Also, you mentioned that you're an advocate. You're an advocate for gay and transgender. Got to twist it up.
Gay and transgender rights.
Yeah, I remember reading it, but I couldn't find it when I was looking through your bio. I should have highlighted what I was going to bring up. But anyway, so how's that going? How did that start?
It started when I thought that I was weird for how, when you cross over into like junior high school and it's one big culture clash, I didn't find myself looking at the boys. And, some girls, they were swooning and saying, oh, he's so cute. But gym time, I'm looking around the locker room like, oh, gosh, she is pretty. I shouldn't be looking at her like that, I had to go to the same sister that handed me the pen. And I talked to her. I had a heart-to-heart, like something's wrong with me. And she had to let me know that it was normal. I'm not weird and, I don't need an exorcism or whatever. And as I grew older, I started to learn that it was so much hate out there for people who love the same sex, and I didn't think it was fair. So I went Googling, and I found a group here in Dallas, and I joined. There was a friend of mine in high school. He was a cross-dresser, and I found out my first year of college that the reason he hadn't been emailing me back was because they found him dead in an alleyway.
Oh, wow.
I didn't think, that was too much fair anyway. And it was on a St. Patrick's Day weekend, so no leads, no witnesses, no nothing. I went Googling again, and I found an advocacy group here in Dallas, and I joined that one. And I'm almost at every meeting, every protest, every conference. I'm right there, front row and center.
Wow, that's deep. Wow. Poor young man. You hear a lot of that. People try to go out and have a good time, and then somebody's gonna stop them right in their tracks and say no.
Right.
Wow. Well, we wish you the best with that. Now, I had an expert on the show that had done extensive research. He was he had a PhD. And he did a lot of research out in California. And one of the discoveries, well, at least in his discovery, that he feels that those individuals are born that way. Something is happening in the womb of the mother. So that's what came out of his research. It's not like later on they break up when they are an adult and decide they want to be that way. But then there's experts to say, hey, that could happen too if you're exposed to hanging out with police officers every day. Eventually, you're going to want to be a cop.
Right.
And same thing. They feel like it's a choice. Some people say it's not, and some believe it is. So I guess the verdict is out on that. So let's ask Sonny Giovanni how she feel about that response.
When it comes to if you're exposed to it, I was not. I was very sheltered. My mama limited your TV time so you wouldn't be brainwashed by the media. I always had my head in books, and I was a big African-American history buff. I searched mythology and all of that good stuff. I didn't know what homosexuality was. So when I got to junior high school and I started feeling these feelings, and I thought it was so strange, so uncommon, but to have that talk with my sister and to know that I'm not that much different from everyone else is, you love who you love and you can't help it. As far as being born this way, I sort of agree, but only to an extent. I just believe if it's who you are, then it's who you are. And I do have 3 kids, and that's because when I came out to my mom at 14, she wasn't accepting that. She said, no, you are a girl. You will not like other girls. You need a boyfriend. You're pretty and blah, blah, blah. And I tried to do that for my mama. I said I wasn't going to get a girlfriend. I was going to live on the straight and narrow. And out of that came 7 years of a lie. And I couldn't live that lie anymore.
Now 7 years. That's a long time, 7 years. Wow, so did you do that for the kids?
Yeah, we did. We tried, and we were high school sweethearts. We started dating when I was a sophomore in high school, and I guess he saw it in me, and I saw it too. Hey, he's out in public looking at females. I'm out in public looking at females, and he just said, we can't do this anymore. And I agreed. I mean, I am the reason that I was, cheated on or whatever, because I didn't enjoy what we were doing.
Right.
It just, I was who I was, and we both accepted that.
Wow, that's a long time, though, 7 years. Wow.
7 years. I tried, so,
Yeah, we can't say you didn't try to get it in. You did. You tried.
Right.
But like you said, it wasn't fair to him, that he couldn't get that part of you, being a man. And like you say, he's going to start looking around for some people who's interested and who wants to enjoy him, and that's not fair to you at the same time,
Right, but we're best friends now, so,
Yeah, that's right. And you guys, y'all raising kids and everything together. That works. Mm-hmm. That works. All right. Good for you. You don't hear stories ending like that all the time.
Yeah, well, I'm not normal.
Yeah, but reading that, you're into, telling jokes and having fun and making, changing situations with laughter. That tells me right there you're that kind of person that you're going to say, hey, you're going to accept who you are, but at the same time, you're still going to have a good time and enjoy people.
Right.
People, period. And that's what it's all about. All right. We're talking to Sonny Giovanni. We get back, we're going to talk about this new book, with these new books, what she's about to do this summer, how you get a chance to meet her, where you can find her. So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to listen to Reese Publishing. All right? Reese World Publishing. Here we go.
Are you an avid reader of urban fiction, looking for drama, suspense, and more? Reese World Publishing is dedicated to bringing the world's best literature to our readers. Urban fiction, erotica, sci-fi, mainstream fiction, and children's literature are just some of the genres produced by our diversified family of authors. You can reach us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and at our website, www.reeseworldpublishing.com.
Hi, I am Arthur Crystal Alexis, and I'm on Positive Power 21 with Jerry Royce Live. Woohoo!
Hey, thanks, Crystal. All right, we're talking to Sonny Giovanni, and she has a lot of books out here. We out here on Amazon.com. We're looking at The Son of Zeus, released March 7, 2015. She got The Beauty of the Cartel, A Beast of the Cartel extension. That was January. I Want It All. That was December. And then April, you're talking about, Us Versus Us, Episode 1?
Yes, yes.
All right. Okay, so which book you want to talk about? Which one? Where are we going?
The Son of Zeus. That was my pet project.
Uh-oh. Tell us about it.
The Son of Zeus is an extension of the Beast of the Cartel. You saw how his parents met in books 1 and 2. You saw family drama and the beauty of the cartel, but nobody ever got, the baby boy side of the story and how it took an effect on him when he grew up. And I think a lot of people, they enjoyed the book and the storyline, but they missed some of the hidden family values in it. If you look at his point of view, his parents are mafia members. They are at the top of the food chain, always have a target on their back, and then they look back and they expect him to take on some of the weight. But at the same time, he's still trying to find out who he is as a normal person. He's been sheltered. He's had private tutors. He has to keep his grades up. He's not really looking for a significant other, and then he has to carry the weight of the family on his back. He's so confused. What am I going to do? Am I going to just change my last name and move to the moon? I mean, is that going to do anything for me? But inside the book, he has so many trials and tribulations of his own before he considers to take that responsibility of following in his parents' footsteps.
Oh, So this cartel fam, this is your baby, the whole thing, the whole process.
Yes.
And how long has this been going on?
The Beast of the Cartel 1 was released in June through Leo Sullivan Presents, and it was my way of stepping it up a notch, because you usually see big bad dope boy falls in love with innocent, helpless girl, and what about the people that are above those dope boys? Why don't they ever get a story told? So it started in June, and it just ended with Prince Cameron Commodore and the Son of Zeus.
That's right, the Son of Zeus. Now, your fans are saying, fantastic, great, enjoy from the beginning to the end. I loved it, great job. Yes, awesome. I'm glad Zeus is older and learning more. I'm glad he releases anger. You can't be a boss and don't get angry. Wondering who he is. Yeah. So why they say that? He was kind of laid back in the other episodes?
No, in book 1, when it opened, Zeus was on the top of a hotel building in Houston, and he was holding a snitch by his collar, and he dropped him. Zeus was not to be played with. If he thought that you were lying to him, if he thought you were a snitch, a snake, or, a thief, he didn't have mercy for you. His signature in those novels were, if you betray me or stab me in the back, I'm going to brand you with my initials, so you'll know to never do it again. That's your warning. Other than that, I get rid of you. In book 2, he was very vicious. You'd have to read book 2 to see how vicious he could get. Book 3, which was Beauty of the Cartel, that's the only book he was somewhat laid back in, because it focused on his wife and the things that she had to go through in his absence. But by the time the Son of Zeus hit, he had so much pent-up anger. Okay, now I'm a married man. Now I have a son. I have to think of them and the family. I can't hold it in anymore. I tried to be nice, but it is what it is.
Now, somebody said, now if they gave you 5 stars, they said the job was well done. They said it was laughter. Did you put a little bit of you in this book? Now, how did that happen?
I did. Zeus was he wasn't, okay, in book 1 he was narcissistic, but his temper tantrums, to have a grown man around age 30 to have some childish temper tantrum, that is funny to me.
Yeah, that is. Wow. Now, by you working, being someone who likes comedy, because of course, you went under the name, what, No Joke Geo?
No Joke Geo.
Yeah, like to make people smile, and, how, having a vicious book like this, how did you fit it in there, to do something like that with him? Where'd that come from? Where you pull it from?
It was from me. I have a way to be what some of the older folks call nice nasty, where I could be mean to you, but I could make you laugh all at the same time, and I put that in his dialogue. He can be so ruthless, but before he kills you, he's going to make you laugh.
And there's nothing out there like that. Now, I thought Empire had a little bit of that too. It was like it was some things that was going on that was kind of funny. Like, wow, who thought of that? And it kind of make you chuckle to yourself. You started that, yeah. That was clever. I would say very clever.
And then you tend to forget, like, while he's in the middle of this temper tantrum, or while he's being this vicious man, he's murdering somebody, and you're laughing, and you can't understand why.
That is tough. Now let's talk a little bit about the marketing part. Okay, we got a few minutes left. What are you doing to grab new fans? I know, you get to a certain point, you say, this is all I'm making. What's the next move? How would you cross over, how would you steal more fans? I'm going to say steal more fans. How would you do that?
Okay. I've already done it by, writing in other genres, but I mainly promote on my social media, And I have a 2-post rule, and we're going to put an asterisk by that 3. I'll post it on my private page and, my author page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Tumblr. And I only do it once. And that's to let you know that it's going live. And then I'll post it again to probably give it away or ask if you saw something specific in it. And the 3rd time, it's probably because I made it free. What I've done now here recently, I hired a promoter. So hopefully, she can reach new audiences, new ages, and things like that.
So you're doing different things like, is doing podcasts something new for you?
Actually, no. I've been doing interviews since I first came through this literary world door. I've been doing interviews for, a year and a half now.
Now, I've had a few people on the show say this is like their first or second. They didn't know where to go, but like you mentioned, having a publicist is probably the way to go. What would you look for? How would a person know they're picking a good publicist?
Their writing. Like, I'm in a few groups on Facebook, and it's certain promoters that I see that have promoted like crazy. Like, my notifications on Facebook will go off, or when I go on Twitter or my Instagram and I'll just be browsing, if I see that same promoter over and over again and they're promoting this book and I look at the rankings, I look at, how many reviews this person has gotten, and I'll go to the author and ask them if that promoter worked. For this promoter I went through a colleague of mine, Lola Bands, because I couldn't log on to my Facebook without seeing, a lot of her authors being promoted by this one promoter, and she's very good.
Wow. And that helps increase sales. That's what it's all about, right? Sales
and new audiences.
New audiences, that's right. Now, offline, what are you doing offline?
Offline, I am a mom, which is a full-time job. I don't even know how I can get work done. I also help produce underground music for my nephew, my kid's dad. I blog, of course, and I make book covers for a few of my colleagues.
All right. Now, as far as offline, like how are you promoting offline?
Oh, promoting offline.
Yeah.
Word of mouth, basically. I'll call up a couple of friends and say, have you read this? Guess what I got out? Oh, no worry, I'm going to message you this book cover so you can go and look for it.
So now your books, are they available in paperback, any of them?
A few of them. Relationship Games and the Beast of the Cartel series, as well as Cocaine, Smoke, and Mirrors. Those are all in paperbacks.
All right. And where can people find you this summer? They want to meet you.
This summer, wow, I will be at Splash Weekend, which is an event here in Texas, in Galveston, Texas. That's May 7th through the 11th. I'm also going to be at the Harlem Book Fair from July 9th to July 11th.
Awesome. I got to write that date down because I'm supposed to be coming in from the islands around that time, and I said I need to go up to New York to see my grandmother before it gets too hot, but it will be hot at that point. But that may be a good weekend to go because she lives in Harlem. All right, so they can find you there, and the cooler months, September, October, things are kind of calming down with the festivals. So can people find you in Washington, Baltimore, when they have their real big book festivals?
I'm not really sure at this point because it's, school year, kids are home, so yeah. I'm kind of a homebody. I'd rather stay in Texas.
Yeah, because, that's funny, you mentioned that because Baltimore has been known to have quite a few big book festivals very close together. Bowie State University is a really big one put on by a big African-American promoter. And then there's a big book festival, which is all cultures come to, Mount Washington for. This thing been going on for years. And then you have Austin Camacho, he has one, the C3 conference, which is getting bigger, be his third one. And I think it is another one in Washington. So they're all very close together, which in like weekends, back-to-back weekends. So that would be kind of tough because I think after Labor Day, a lot of kids are in school. College is back even earlier. But I guess as you get older, your kids get older, they're out of the way, we will be able to find Sonny Giovanni up on this part of the East Coast, right?
Right.
Yeah, and I'll probably be knowing like tens and thousands of you at that point because I think I met over 400 authors doing this show just for this 1 year. Isn't that something? I'm not remembering your name. All right. But I don't know, for some reason, I thought I had you on the show before. I remember having a Giovanni.
No, I've never been.
No, okay. Well, I think it is. Maybe it was another fancy Italian name. And maybe that's why Kenny jumped on me when I tried to put an I at the end of it, because I think there was someone that had a Sonny, but it was an I at the end, and I thought that was you. All right. Awesome. Let's take a quick break, and we're going to get your final thoughts, okay? Sound good?
Okay, that sounds good.
All right. Final thoughts. Hold on. It's Tamika Kane.
Are you looking for the next great read? A book filled with love, passion, betrayal, and intrigue. The award-winning novel, Season of Change, by Tamika Patrice Kane, is sure to satisfy your literary sweet tooth. Check out this must-read book reviewers are calling uplifting and emotional, and exceptionally great read, deeply intense and thought-provoking. Order your copy today, available in paperback and ebook on Amazon.com or at www.tamikapatrice.com.
All right, that's Tamika. She's also a host of a blog talk radio show. You have to check her out. I think her show comes on Sundays, so you can Google Tamika Patrice Kane. Check her out. Good show. Matter of fact, I had one of her guests on my show. That was pretty good show too. I had a really good time with you, Sonny. Good time.
I had one too. Thank you.
Yeah, we talked about everything. Sound like you could be my friend too. Yeah, be my buddy. All right, you ready to give us your final thoughts? My audience is listening. They grabbing.
I am ready.
Want to know. All right, all yours.
When they say that you can't be good enough, when they say you can't do it, when somebody guarantees that you are going to fail, tell them to prove it. And Sonny Giovanni said that.
That was gangster.
Thank you.
Short and sweet. Yeah. All right. Well, put it like that. I guess we're ready to end our show. Get ready for the next one. But look, we wish you the best. Keep doing what you're doing. People do need help out there, no matter, how they walk this earth. People need help. That's what God put us here, to help one another. We got to be advocates of something. Something. You got to represent something on this planet while you're here. Do some good, everybody. All right? I'm getting tired of seeing all this bad stuff happen. I mean, I'll take the bad weather, but I don't want to hear another story about a cop killing somebody.
Right.
Federal government will have to start doing something about that.
Hopefully.
It might have to be some real penalties, handed out. Because it's funny because when the brothers, I've seen some brothers win a case and they still get sued and still end up getting prosecuted by the federal government on the next go around for the same crime. I couldn't get through. Right. I thought, I'm not going to mention no names out there because I might throw the wrong name out there, but I thought I've seen some high profile cases like that.
You have?
Yeah, it's weird. That's why I was listening to what old Coach Harbaugh, the Baltimore Ravens, said. He said nothing good happens after 10:30, but we start to see stuff bad happen before 10:30. All right, Nick. Sonny. Sonny, I appreciate having you on the show. I tell people all the time when they listen to Jerry Voice Live, you're going to hear some good stuff. You're going to hear something that you just wasn't ready for. And you're going to learn something. There's going to be a message behind it. And you definitely laid it down. I really appreciate you coming here. And we hope to have you back. All right?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And spread the word. Positive Power need help. We need some support from the author community. So anybody out there, they're looking for some exposure. They want to, go somewhere and see their book cover and marvel themselves. It's like putting your book cover on a shelf and just look at it like a shiny trophy right on my home page. That's right. We cheap, we good. We working hard. We grinding. So come on out, y'all, and support independent media. Not just me. There's plenty of guys out there looking to help everybody out so we can make some real money, So we don't have to go to that second job or that first job. Live off your talent the way God has intended it to be. All right? All right. I'm Jerry Royce Live. I'm worldwide. Stay awesome all week long, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Jerry Royce Live on PositivePower21.org and Spreaker.com/PositivePower21. This is a Royce Enterprises production. And don't forget about replay on Facebook.com/Jerry Royce Live. All right. That's